Hello, my beautiful ladies and gentlemen. How are you feeling? So, today, to all my American friends and my beautiful three guests are all from America, I want to say thank you for, for being you. Thank you for celebrating a special day in your life. I love to say thank you. I love gratefulness. And you have a special day for to be thankful, Thanksgiving. I love it. I just hear a lot of them have turkey already carved and the pudding, everything is ready. So I want to say happy Thanksgiving. May you have a blessed and a beautiful day. And may you remember this beautiful day as it only comes once a year. And to my beautiful guests, Cindy, Deidre, and Jasmine, I want to say thank you so much for sharing a little bit of your beautifulness on this beautiful day. So I hope that you loved my intro video. And I just quickly want to give a shout out to my sponsor for today. I will also be playing her video twice. And then when she's up here, I quickly want to tell her about a ticker. Shh, there's going to be a ticker. I'm going to tell her about it. So first of all, I want to say thank you to my beautiful Cindy Saylor, that is the sponsor for today's show. I really appreciate your being the sponsor of our show. And by being the sponsor of our show, you are also going to be in our beautiful magazine, Diamond Moment magazine. And this advert is also going in there to say thank you so much. Thank you. So we will hear a little bit more about Cindy in a few. So, my beautiful ladies and gentlemen, and especially the Diamond Beauties, welcome, my beautiful ladies. We will be live onto the group, but I'm sure there is not a lot of people that is watching because everybody is eating and everybody is celebrating. So I just want to say, if you do give us some love, remember to put your name in the front or in the back, as we are a private group. Facebook doesn't show us who gives us love. So, what does dream art architect mean? And what is the blueprint for success? For me, the one major factor of anything I do and that is successful is I have to know my why. If my why is big enough, I can do it. Sometimes I don't know how, but if I take step by step, the how that seems so big just become part of what is normal. But the second thing is dreaming in 3D. Use your senses, look at the end result. And then by opening your eyes and you know what you want at the end result, you can then do the step number 3. You can look at your what and you can look at your who. And then you have to take action. Oh, my boy, you have to take action. And then you celebrate big and small milestones. Oh, my beautiful guest is going to tell us a little bit more. So here, before I play my beautiful Cindy's video, I want you to be here present at the moment. Will you please take 3 breaths, deep breaths with me? Are you ready? Here we go. In, exhale, in, exhale. Last one in, exhale. Thank you to my beautiful Cindy for sponsoring this show. Here we go.
Hello, my name is Cindy Saylor, and I am the founder of Saylor's Journey Coaching and Women Living Gloriously. Woo-hoo! I am helping women understand the communication they are having with themselves. Empowering or disempowering? Why? So you can become your own best friend. Instead of having BFFs, be your own BFF. Our Gloriously Fit programs coming in 2024. FIT stands for Fierce Inner Transformation. Doing all the inner work to becoming your own best friend. You can get more information at saylorsjourney.com. And here's to living your glorious life.
Hello, my beautiful Cindy. While seeing your video now, you sent me the video, but I made it a little bit more glittery and I put the end part in. How do you feel about the video?
Oh, it's absolutely beautiful.
Oh, wow. And it was such a beautiful pleasure to do it for you. And I know in South Africa, we will say pleasure because that is how we do. We do the English way of talking. But you are welcome. You are welcome. So, my beautiful guest, first of all, I want to say thank you for being here. Thank you for taking your family time to come to the show. I really appreciate it. This is no recording, this is live. And it's what happens live, it happens live. There's no replay or delete and put something else in. So I just want to say thank you for being here. So if I can start with Cindy, if you can please, I'm just going to mute Deidre and also Jasmine, and then I'm going to ask Cindy. Cindy, can you please introduce yourself? And then can you also tell us what dreaming means for you?
Hello, everyone, and thank you for being here and watching this wonderful episode in regards to dreaming. My name is Cindy Saylor, and I am the founder of Saylor's Journey and Women Living Gloriously. So, what does dreaming mean to me? Well, I'll have to tell you an honest truth because I believe honesty is the best policy. I stopped dreaming when I was in 8th grade. And what I would tell that 8th grader today, don't listen to what people tell you. Because I was diagnosed with dyslexia. And what all the professionals told me is life was going to be hard, it was going to be difficult, and I was going to struggle. They said reading was going to be hard and also learning. And guess what? They were right. However, fast forward to being a practitioner of neurolinguistics, neuro being brain and linguistics is our language, I realized what they told me was not true. Because we are capable of overcoming any obstacle and changing the obstacle into opportunities. And that's exactly what I've done. And that is why I've created the business I have, is to allow individuals to understand you have a gift and never stop dreaming. Folks ask me, so what did you dream about growing up? And I'm like, there are no dreams. There are no dreams for me to go back on. Do I have dreams today? Oh, heck yes. Yes, I do. I have so many dreams. It is unbelievable. And one of the things that I can tell you is at the age of 60, and I turned 60 on November 19th, I am hoping there are so many years ahead of me to accomplish every dream that I am dreaming about today. Well, if somebody told you you can't do something, oh, you flip the script on that one, my friends. You flip the script and say, not me, heck no. And you own it. You take control. Without a dream, there really isn't life. We just go through life rambling. I rambled for too many years. And now as I look back, I'm grateful for those years because they are my life experience to help each and every one of you embrace the beauty of a dream. Now, you can dream it, but will you make it happen? That's the key. It's all about taking action, my friends. And that's what I like to get people supercharged about, is taking active action to making those dreams happen. And I'll tell you what, this smile never stops. And I want that same energy for you.
I love it. Did you see I put my glasses on twice? Yes, just more. Go. So I put my glasses on when I get goosebumps. I call it goosies, but goosebumps. So thank you, my beautiful Cindy. Oh, my beautiful Deidre. I have unmuted you. Please introduce yourself and tell us what dreaming means for you.
Well, thank you, Sanet. I am so honored to be here with yourself and the show, and Cindy and Jasmar. I really appreciate this. And I'm Deidre Harris, and I am the founder of Team Agreements. And what I do is I go out and work with educators, and I support them in their dreams and empowering them as they work with the children and families that they serve. And so when I think about, dreaming and what does it mean to me, what came to mind was a statement that I think of often, and that dreaming is just wishes not yet realized. And so when you think about that, and I get to look around, and I'm literally, looking around my space right now, I am living my dream. And this wasn't the first dream realized for me. And so, as a young child, and I used to think about, oh, I would love to, live somewhere exotic like Hawaii. And lo and behold, as that dream took effect and it became a reality with action, just like Cindy was saying earlier, I lived in Hawaii for over 20 years. And so, and here's what's interesting, and Cindy, Jasmar, and Sanana, you'll probably agree with me when I say this, is that when I first told people that I was moving myself, my husband, my two kids, my two cats, and two dogs to Hawaii, they were like, "Oh, are you crazy? You do that when you retire." And in my mind, I was like, why would I want to wait for retirement, which may or may not even come? I want to live my dream now. And so that's what I did. And it did take action. It took a year and a half. And for a year and a half, every single day I did something, whether it was a call or sometimes it was just cleaning out a drawer, getting ready for the move. But it was about those small actions where all of a sudden, we were off and moving. And so when we think about our dreams, a lot of times they get put way out there in the future, which is great because it's something that pulls us forward, right? And so that's what we talk about dreams, or another word is vision. And Sine, I know you talked about the power of why. And when your why is so powerful, your vision is so powerful, your dream is so powerful. It is compelling. It pulls you forward. And so it just like you were saying, it makes the who, what, where, and how so much easier because you're in action, because there's no other place for you to be because of that pull. So again, when I think about dreams, I would say live your dream now. That means, yes, it gets to be in the future, and you get to keep it close to your heart by keeping it present in your day-to-day actions.
I love it. I love it. Look. Yes, Jasmine, I love that. I love that.
Thank you.
Oh, wow. Thank you, my beautiful lady. Thank you. Let me go to Jasmine. So, my beautiful Jasmine, you are the second time, but today was actually the real show. You came into somebody's place the other day in short notice, 2 week notice. I said, I know, please help. And you came. So, it is just an honor to have you again. And I said to you, remember, you are after Joel's session, Joel's week, and it's Thanksgiving, will you be able to come? And you said, yes, Sanet, for you, I will come. Oh, Josmar, if I could have come through this camera and come and hack you, I would have come and hack you. You were so special, but thank you. If you can please introduce yourself and tell us what dreaming means for you.
Wow. Dreaming, it's a dreaming, and what it means to me, it's a heavy thing because I've been a creative and a designer my whole life. So uh for me, I started my life as an architect. I was an architectural designer in Manhattan, did a lot of high-end fashion, and even just that part of my life was a dream within itself, right? But since then, what I've realized is I've grown a lot of businesses. I currently buy, scale, and sell companies, and along my journey, I found that all these businesses that I was working with, they were somebody's dream being fulfilled, right? Somebody took action, somebody had a vision, somebody created a plan for themselves, enrolled the right people, and started to take and serve people in such a way that money came in, they were able to take care of their families. And it got to a point where I was realizing that sometimes while we're building those dreams out, something happens, we forget about the dream, the vision kind of fades a little bit, it gets really foggy, and then it starts to affect people's behavior. So over time, I'm realizing, like, to really help these businesses out, the processes and the systems and the automation, that's all cool. But when it comes to the people, it's about making sure that they're in the right state of being, the right environment, and the right mindset to build dreams. So that's what I do now. Is I help businesses build and grow, but I also help the people within those businesses grow as well. Do some of that shadow work, some of that hard work that needs to happen, that healing work, so they can kind of get over themselves, right? Get unstuck and create from a more empowered place. So for me, dreaming is simply just like an architect, just the simple architect's way. It's having a vision, drawing it out, preparing the plans, and then finding a team who's willing to build it for you.
Wow, amazing. Thank you so much for that, Josmer. And then I also would like to thank you and Deidre for your contribution to the show. I am over the moon from the bottom of my heart. But then most of all, I also want to thank you because you showed me, because you told me what to do with a sponsor deck, but I didn't even know what you were talking about. I said yes, but then I went and Google and I made myself, not Google, I went onto YouTube and I made myself so confused. And I went back to you. I said to you, I don't actually know what to do. And I was happy I did, because now you knew I didn't know, because your what you said and what and you showed me. Ladies, he actually came onto Zoom. He went onto Canva. He showed me what he meant. I was blown away. So I have done this now. I'm waiting for a response. So I am hopeful that I will be having a sponsor soon, and then I don't have to stress to make sure I do the payments to the network. So I just want to say thank you for your help, Josmer. You were truly amazing. So thank you. So if I can go back to Cindy, yes, thank you, Josmer. So Cindy, I've got a ticker. Do you know what is this? A tiger. And it's not tiger like Winnie the Pooh and tiger. I've got a ticker. Look here, look here. So I found out if I have a sponsor, I'm allowed to use this beautiful tiger. So it's going to run a little bit. And then as soon as Deidre and Jasmine, I'm going to bring up the website, their website or the Facebook page. Then I'm going to stop it, and then I will play your tiger again. So I was thrilled to know I've got a tiger. My husband said, I don't understand why you're so happy. It's just something that's running underneath the screen. I said, no, but I could have called it anything else, but I call it a tiger. And Winnie the Pooh's friend's name is also called Tiger. My husband just what he wants. So my beautiful Cindy, I know that you said so beautiful that you have to dream big. And I also love to say, you have to dream, your dreams have to make you awake at night. So please, can you tell us, what is your beautiful plans for your dreaming for next year? Because you mentioned 2024 and you mentioned three things, and Josma and me have learned three things is the way to go to get people's attention and to show. So please, can you tell us about your beautifulness you're going to do next year for a lot of ladies?
So, one of the first biggest dreams is being able to have a group program. This is something that I have been working on for a couple years, putting some tools and resources together, but to bring this to women to help them become their own best friend. One of the biggest things I learned in 2023 is I had a lot of BFFs, but I wasn't my own BFF. And that in turn has turned into the Gloriously Fit program. That is one of the biggest dreams, is making that happen for the women out there who want to reclaim who they are meant to be. The second biggest dream is being able to put this online so I can travel with my sweet hubby and do work on the road. It's all about creating a new lifestyle that encompasses time with my family, but also doing the work. Because here's the thing, I'm really not working. I'm just having a grand old time helping people become their best friends. And then my third biggest goal is to finally finish my book. And that book is going to lead into a conference. Yes, they are going to go hand in hand. It's going to be there to support women. Nothing personal to our gentleman friend today. It just happens to be my niche is to help serve women. So those are my dreams. I think that was actually 4 because I tied one in together. But those are my biggest dreams for 2024.
I love it. I love it. So we will be hearing a little bit more about your vision, but I am going to go to Deidre and ask her. I'm sure you've got something up your sleeve for 2024. Can you tell us your biggest dreams, please, my beautiful Deidre?
Absolutely. So I also have 3 dreams that I'm looking at for 2024. All of them center around accessibility. And when I say that, it's about providing my message, getting the work out there that I do and empowering educational staff and educators on a much bigger scale. So one of the things that I'm looking at that's been a dream that's coming into reality is I've also been working on a book, and right now it's in peer review and it's with a major book publishing company. So I'm excited for having that continue to go through the process. Again, for accessibility so that I can get the work that I do out to more people in a more accessible way. In addition to that, another dream that again is coming into reality is partnering with a educational products company and moving some of the products that I do is getting them scaled and again getting them out there to educators in a much bigger fashion, and also getting it affordable. So because educators historically don't make a lot of money, and I don't want costs to be a prohibitive factor or a block to them moving into their highest power. And then the third is, me, myself, and I, and actually up on my website.
Wait. Me, myself, and I. Okay, go ahead.
So making myself and the rest of me accessible as well, because I the quality problem, and that's what I call it. All problems are quality driven, is that I can't meet demand. So how do I get out there and provide training and feedback to staff again across the country and actually around the world as I'm doing some international work as well. So those are my 3 big dreams that I'm moving into reality. So I'm just super, super excited. And just like Cindy, I turned 60 in about 2 weeks. So I am so excited for what's coming up in this next decade of mine. Like, oh my gosh, just going to hit it like a rocket. So I don't know what else to say. I'm like, yes, I'm ready.
Oh, wow, amazing. Thank you so much for your share. So, my beautiful Jasmine, you are our spring chicken, if I can call you like that, because I'm 58 and this two ladies is 60 or almost 60. You don't have to tell us your age if you don't want to, but how do you feel? And I'm gonna ask you now about your dreams as well, but how do you feel to see ladies in as a good season, if I can call it like that, have still dreams? Because people think if you're 50, you're not allowed to dream, not allowed to do nothing. How do you feel when you see this amazingness?
It's a beautiful thing for me, and it hits a little bit harder. I was actually just like literally just before this call, I was on the phone with one of my friends, and his mother passed away today, and my mother passed away last year, and our mothers passed away with a lot of dreams, right? It's like seeing my mother doing the things that she came here to do, right? So when I see other women in their power fully, it allows me to see, at least for a glimpse, what's possible for them, having seen my mother build her dreams, having lived and actually experienced it firsthand. So for me, it's a beautiful thing. And a lot of the work that I do, I work with businesses now, I work for a lot of professionals now, but the goal is really to focus on working with kids, because what I see is that right now a lot of moms are struggling even just raising children in today's day and age with a lot of the stuff. So being an aid to women and helping them resolve maybe challenges they have with themselves or even in their family unit, for me, is exciting. And again, because of that, I'm around so many empowered women, and I love it.
Wow.
It's
So
like,
before I'm going to ask you about, I want to say you made me almost cry, and Cindy is giving you a heart. And we just want to say thank you so much for being amazing. And can I tell you, I've got 4 ladies we're going to do stuff for kids. I don't know what is going to happen, but I just know God is going to send something for a bigger platform for kids. There's Deidre, you also on that list. Josma, we don't have a gender, but now you also on that list because you said you want to work with kids. You now also on the list. We are 5. So, my beautiful Lord, we are ready. We have 5. So send whoever and whatever we need to do, we will do that. So, my beautiful Josma, can you please tell us what is your biggest dream for 2024?
wow, one. I was gonna break it down into 3, but the overall goal is just to do what I've done for others for myself, right? Me, myself, and I. But it's really to automate systems, branding systems, success systems, business models. Next year is going to be a lot about automation, so that I can pop up on video like this, and things just work. People can click. People who want to invest, they invest. But do that for myself. And I guess the 3 mini goals is I want to buy a company outright. I've done offers where I've bought, got done consulting for equity, but next year is the year that I'm going to be buying my first company outright. That is the dream that I have for next year. I also have a book that I'm finishing up on Monday, so yeah, it'll be my third one. So that is gonna kind of just start the conversation about panic attacks, anxiety attacks, how to work with those disorders and those situations. And that kind of just launches me talking about all these things more openly online. And I really, again, I produce events too, so I would love to produce an event or help somebody else that's producing an event and making it that much more successful. Like I really want to, I want to do $1 million day, and it's not something that a lot of people do, but for me, that's a huge dream. I never thought was possible until I saw it this year happen a few times. So.
Wow. So, my beautiful Cindy, please remember when you do your book towards a conference, Jasmine. Okay. And then anyone out there that wants to do a a big conference. What's your dream again? $1 million, say
And
that again.
yeah, there's again, you can do that with an expo, with a convention, or it can be a program. It could be a several day event where people pay to be there, and then there's an offer, an upsell at the event. That specifically is, I would love to help somebody do an upsell at an event live in Over.
That sounds amazing. So just between us, ladies, Jasmine said he wants to automate what he's doing, and he wants to be on a video and it pop, and then everybody can buy stuff. But ladies, we also want something like that, hey, isn't it? So my beautiful Jasmine, see how it works, and then you giving us classes or a workshop or something that we can also learn, because I can tell you now, I am extremely busy, and I would love to have a personal assistant that can help me follow up with the bios and all the follow-ups. But no, I have to do it now because I love doing what I'm doing, but there's no time. But I love that idea. I love to have a video and then people just buy something. Wow, I love it. I love it. Thank you, my beautiful Jasmine. Cindy, if I can come back to you. So I ask you, I ask if you can provide me some questions, and you said to me, why business name Saylor Journey? Why did you name that your business? If you can tell me, thank you. Oh, just hold on, Cindy. There, you unmuted. Go ahead. Go ahead.
In some respects, it speaks for itself. My journey, and of course, it's my last name. But one of the things is it also ties into another personal story. Having the last name of Saylor, it's spelled with a Y instead of an I. I was teased as a child. And nowadays, it's being called bullied. It has escalated. I didn't enjoy my name growing up, always being called Popeye or the captain of my ship or getting to school in her dinghy. These were the things I heard on a regular basis, and we're taught to, hey, have a tough skin. Well, it doesn't really work. So I really never embraced my last name. And of course, it just ties into why I do what I do, because we could always flip the script on things. And so now I call it Saylor's Journey because it's exactly what it's been. And I've actually had other coaches question me that it's not empowering. You should have empowered coaching or inspired, or you have coaches like, I don't want to be like any other coach. I don't want any other name like any other coach. I want to stand true to who I am. And so it's Saylor's Journey, which I'm also able to help other individuals on their journey and embark on voyages that they should be embarking on instead of the ones that they should be releasing. We hold on to things too long. So in a sense, growing up, they taught me that my name is more important than I realized. And now I use it in my business. So I thank all the teasers out there, because now I embrace it fully and it's part of my business.
I love it. I love this, Josma. I'm going to do this from now on. I'm telling you, I'm doing it from now. So I also would like to find out, you said, why do you do what you do? So you actually have tell us a little bit, but can you expand on that as well, please?
So why do I do what I do? I've actually have come full circle. What I do today is exactly what I've done my entire life. I've always been there to help support people on their personal journey, on a professional journey. And everyone was telling me along the way, you should do this for a living. And I'm like, do what? It's because it just comes naturally. It's intuitive. It's instinctive. Making it a business was just not a concept to me. I didn't understand what that concept was. So I've actually come full circle with all my training. And now I'm like, aha, I have the aha moment going, now I get it. And here's the thing, everyone. Sometimes we may not get things right away, and that's okay. When you're willing and when you are ready, I'll tell you what, those aha moments, they're going to knock you over, because it knocked me over and I felt like a weeble and I popped right back up. I don't know if anybody knows about weebles, but I popped right back up and went, woohoo! And here we go.
I love it. Wow, amazing. And then the last question I would love to ask you, what is some of your favorite quotes?
Ah. So, there's so many. One of my most favorite quotes, and this is something that I live by, it's by Mark Twain. There are 2 days, 2 important days in your life: the day you were born and the day you find out why. We so often are becoming somebody, but it's because of somebody else's agenda or what somebody else says we should be doing or how we should dress, and the whole social media out there of how we should look. Instead, we should be who we are meant to be and allow ourselves to nurture that individual. And that's where the BFF thing comes from. Be your own best friend before cultivating a best friend with somebody else.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. You are amazing. I must just say, I know you 2 years and you are very dear to my heart. I met you personally in Denver. I hug you. I hug your husband. You gave me the most beautiful, and I forgot, it's actually in the safe, a silver plated, a gold plated heart. And you can just tell us what leaf that almost heart-shaped leaf, and it's a real leaf. Please, if you can tell us.
In Colorado, if anyone knows, there is a tree called the aspen tree. And the aspen tree has these bright green leaves, but then during the fall, they will turn a gold or a brown or a red, but it's the gold, and they shimmer. They make this amazing sound, and it's just one of the trinkets that I thought Sanet would enjoy having from her stay in Colorado. So it's an aspen leaf, and this particular artist actually had dipped it in gold. So it's dipped in gold, and what it has all the veins throughout the leaf, and it is just simply amazing, and it's one of our special trees here. And what's special about this tree is the root system. The trees are all connected with the roots, so it's one of the largest organisms because of the root system in America. And so we're all connected. It's one of those that has the special meaning that each and every one of us is connected one way or another.
Wow, I love it. I love it. I didn't know that.
Mhm.
Thank you. Thank you, my beautiful Cindy. So now I will go to Deidre, and my beautiful Deidre. I saw something in your bio, so you just give me 1 second. I will just quickly bring it up. Yes. 30, 35. Yes, here it is. I'm so sorry. 35 years of education field in the preschool, and you're also a director of the training. So for 35 years, you have sparkled everywhere, and you have done so many things to educate the children. That is truly incredible. How do you feel about 35 years? It's not just, it's 35 years.
Yeah. Wow. Talk about bringing, tears to my eyes when I hear you reflect that back to me. Writing that down, it's like, oh yeah, it's like being on your resume, 35 years. But hearing you say that back to me made my heart fill up on so many different levels, because gosh, the ripples that I've been able to have, whether I was teaching children directly or working with educators, and now I work with programs and school districts. It's the ability to impact on a huge scale. And for me, and it's one of the reasons why I work with preschoolers, because everyone keeps saying, oh, this is great. Why don't you do this in the corporate world? And I'm like, the corporate world has a lot of resources already, but our educators, and especially our preschool educators, the ones that are working with our babies, that to me is where my heart and my passion lies, because they're what I call our foundation makers. Because we are literally at that age, literally building brain architecture. So again, connecting with Cindy around the, the neuro, and brain science, and what are we doing? Like, we're literally building the foundation for children as they go through their life. So when we talk about how critical this time of life is, and the educators that serve, and me being able to pour into those educators so that they are able to, I'm getting really emotional, so that they are able to go out and do the work day in and day out, and not just for the children, but for the families and for the community. They're serving in such a way that it's huge. So 35 years, I'm just getting started. And again, I can't wait to keep continuing to pour in at scale, so that the impact and the, where our world is now compared to where I see it in the future, that's the work I get to do.
So we've given you some love, Jasma style. What is that other thing? Yeah, Jasma style. So wow. And is that your vision? Is that your vision?
It is. And my vision is that every single young child or preschooler has access to highly qualified educators. And so, the impact from that alone is just huge, just absolutely mind blowing, because I know that the children that we are working with, one or two, or probably a whole group of them, they're going to be our peacemakers. They're going to be the ones that, go out and work in the environment, the ones that go out and help to heal all of the conflict that are out there. So what greater place to be than, the cutting edge is what I look at it as.
Wow. I love it. And you actually answered the second question as well. You're working with leadership and effective teaching teams. But maybe I can ask you this question. How have I developed my own leadership style or leadership? So if you can answer how do you develop yours?
Oh, so this is where I actually connect with Josmar, in that one of the first things that I get to do, and I'm continuing to do, is clean up my own stuff. Right. So to go in and do my own healing, right? Because all of us have had some level of trauma growing up, some way, shape, or form. It's part of being a human. And so when I can clean that up, then I can actually step into the best version of me. And that's me being in my leadership. So when I'm in my leadership, I'm showing up. It allows me to be in the front of the room, because for a long time, I was always in the back supporting. And people would be like, no, you need to be up front. And I'd be like, no, I don't want to be up there. Right. And so that was me being out of my leadership, because I allowed that, that fear. I allowed, what society was saying. I was allowed, growing up, what people said to me to cover up my essential being. And as I work through that and release that and let all of that go, now I love being in the front of the room, because I get to literally stand in the impact. And so when I talk about, how do I do my leadership? Well, usually once a year, at least every 2 years, I go and I put myself through a heavy duty immersive program, again, to go in and clean up. Another big way is I got certified as a life coach. So not only am I doing instructional work, but what I find is that there's one thing to be up in the head, it's something else to be in the heart. And that's where change, transformation, shift happens from the heart. It doesn't happen from the head. So the impact that I get to go in and do is I'm in my leadership. I'm showing others, I'm modeling and empowering and giving other people permission to step into theirs, especially again in the field of education.
Wow, you are truly amazing. The first day I met you, John, I was on John's podcast today, and John said we need to meet. And the first day I met you, I told you I love you. You are one incredible lady. Thank you so much. So, my beautiful Josma, may I ask your permission if I can please play Cindy's video again before we come to you? Will that be okay? Oh, thank you. My beautiful Cindy, thank you for being the sponsor of today's show. I am overwhelmed and I love making your video. So here we go.
Hello, my name is Cindy Saylor, and I am the founder of Saylor's Journey Coaching and Women Living Gloriously. Woo-hoo! I am helping women understand the communication they are having with themselves, empowering or disempowering. Why? So you can become your own best friend. Instead of having BFFs, be your own BFF. Our Gloriously Fit programs coming in 2024. FIT stands for Fierce Inner Transformation. Doing all the inner work to becoming your own best friend. You can get more information at saylorsjourney.com. And here's to living your glorious life.
Oh wow, Cindy, you are amazing. My beautiful Josma, thank you for allowing me because now it's all over to you. So if I can bring up something I have copied from your bio, if you can just allow me to quickly go up. When I look at this, I said, oh goodness, how incredible. Not only are you a beautiful, beautiful human, you are a gentleman. You give us or me attention, you give me grace to and you listen to me. Not a lot of people do that. Not a lot of gentlemen does that as well. But when I looked at all this, I thought, wow, you are truly incredible. Now, hearing me saying that to you, how do you feel?
It feels good. Like, it feels really, it's humbling. Um, Again, we tend sometimes when we're just so focused on helping other people and building other people's dreams, we tend to forget like what we've gone through to become who we are, and everything that it took to get there. So, when I see titles, I'm like, oh, I think about who I was before I was a person that had those titles, right? So it brings me back. So I'm just excited, and I gotta keep it honest. Recently, it's been I think it was like maybe last week. I was a little confused because I do a lot of things, right? So I do a lot of different things. It's very hard for some people to understand exactly what I do because I help so many different types of businesses in different ways. But I think what's most important now is really leading with what I find what I'm passionate about, which is growth. I am like obsessed with personal growth, and not just business growth, but personal growth, spiritual growth. And again, another dream for next year is finishing up my PhD in metaphysics and in divinity. So, because again, there's a lot of things that are just riddled in history that we can learn and we can apply to business, we can apply to our life. But unless we study them, or unless like somebody passes along that information to us, we just don't know what we don't know. So instead of like hiding out in the shadows and liking and doing all these different things, it's like, let me just start talking more openly about all the different things that I do, because some people need to see it. Somebody out there needs to see that, okay, if this person is able to go out and do all these things and not limit himself to just being one specific title or living in one specific way, then I've made the world a little bit better.
Wow, that's incredible. So you said you are gonna finish up your PhD, and is it still a lot to do, or are you almost at your tipping point finished?
It's right now. It's just writing the dissertation. So I have been doing research for years now. So it's just a matter of translating what I've done already, and then creating a new blueprint for it, and then maybe even doing some new case studies with a few people. Because for me, it's about and it's very similar. I was able to read Cindy's bio and what she's been able to help people with, and it's along those lines. A little bit of neuro linguistic programming, a little bit of reprocessing trapped emotions, limiting beliefs. But again, these are at the core of everything that we do, right? Everything that we do. Our perception is the filter through which we perceive reality and into which we create it. So um, I didn't know how powerful we all were as dreamers and creators and builders until I started to reflect on what was missing or what I was lacking, and then seeing how to shift or fill those holes or just grow a whole new person, within myself. It's like a butterfly. So I knew what that did for me, and I see it more and more now, especially with technology. People just get stressed out, and they and hurt people. Sometimes they affect other people when they don't even know it, and sometimes kids are at the they're the last ones to receive it, right? And they don't have any time, and they don't know how to fend themselves. So just bringing more awareness to every aspect of the family, young people, adults, grandparents, having more real conversations about life, what we're going through, and being able to navigate through that in a more like succinct way, instead of just like, oh, I don't know what to do, and really trying to seeking outside of yourself for the answers that you already have within.
Wow. See, ladies, why I say Josmore is one incredible young man. Incredible. So, can I just tell you something? Our hour is almost done. Can you believe it? I cannot believe it. It was like this. So, my beautiful ladies and gentlemen, I hope you loved our show. I hope you loved our beautiful guest, my beautiful diamond beauties. Please comment on the YouTube channel so that Jasmine also can see what golden nuggets they have bestowed on you. And then I want to say, please look after yourself. Have a beautiful Thanksgiving. The all the amazing people in America, and also to my family in Dallas, Texas, my mother, my sisters, and my brother-in-law and my godchilds. Please enjoy your Thanksgiving lunch, and then before I say, look after yourself, smile off, and then I will say, keep on dancing. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to ask my guest first. My beautiful guest, will you have a dance with me? Oh, thank you. My beautiful ladies and gentlemen, will you have a dance with me? Did you hear that? All say yes. Ah, yes, let us go.